gonna start this video with saying that I've said it before, but if anyone that actually view any of the videos have any questions or anything like that, feel free to comment. I will try to reply as good as I can. Use Swedish or English, either is fine. Looked at the harvester, put the harvester head back together after replacing some hoses and a few other things you've seen if you've followed the videos. Had removed one of those protection plates inside there. Was a little tricky getting access to putting it in place with the harvester head on its side, but not too bad. Since it had been sitting for quite a while, I gave it a little, I checked the voltage first and it wasn't super low, but put the charger on it for a couple of hours. Checked coolant, because there is a little bit of drip of coolant around the diesel heater for some reason. We had installed that plate on the turbo to give the turbo a little splash of fresh oil. But as we first started it up, that bolt did not seal properly, so it was dripping a little bit of oil. Turned out a little paint, I think it creeped under the area where the copper washer would seal, so had it out and scraped away a little paint around the hole and put it back so that it looks to be sealing properly. Do get an alarm as I started up for something to do with the braking pressure, but it moved as I tried going back, but the brakes seems to be not releasing. So but we decided to bring it out and install the track on it we had removed earlier. So that was lifted out, used the strap, didn't use the knives because you want to keep the sharpness of the knives. I've seen someone sell a little kind of a hook with a wooden thing. I might do something of that on my own in the future, but so you grab the wooden part with the knives and have the hook to lift it around, but for now straps is what we're using. Then it was a question of tightening them up, and that was a little bit of a struggle because we had a little bit of snow and ice there. The brake situation, I hoped it would be something with that it needed to be aired out, since I had a lot of hoses apart. It was parked outside after it was moved out. My dad wanted the space, but it will be brought back in a little bit. So I tried attaching some of those pressure test outlet to the place for airing the brakes out, but it was started up again and did some measuring, and that for the release pressure of the parking brake I get absolutely zero. That's got me a little confused and wondered if it could be something. After some reading with the manual, the adjuster I was messing with and didn't really figure out, it seems to have to do with the release brake pressure, but I didn't think it would be possible to bring it down to zero. Did a little test measuring. This is apparently for the release valve on so it doesn't build brake pressure as you start it, and that seemed to work. I just attached it to the bleed points near the brake cylinders, and some air came out as the pedal was pushed at the front. Not much happens, but here I'm connected to the brake port and it doesn't seem to have any pressure whatsoever. Checking the actual brake pressure. It does build up brake pressure. I checked the pressure down by the cylinders on the bleed ports, and you get pressure as you press the pedal. Since it was absolutely zero on the parking brake release, I wonder if it was an electrical issue, but that seemed to work, the connection up to the cabin. And so down under and putting that adjuster back further in, and I started getting pressure. So it was me messing up earlier, being a little tricked by another person that said that you should be able to adjust the actual brake pressure, but apparently on the older models you can't. So, and since the lock nut has jammed on me, I just put 3 washers under there, and now I get the required 8.5 bars or megapascal, 85 bars of pressure.